Have you ever heard someone whisper that the moon landing was fake? Or that NASA is hiding alien life from us? Let us dive into some of the wildest conspiracy theories about NASA and see what's really going on. First up, the big one. The moon landing hoax. The theory goes that in 1969, the US government, desperate to win the space race against the Soviet Union, faked the Apollo 11 moon landing. Proponents point to supposed evidence like the American flag waving in a vacuum, the lack of stars in photos, and strange shadows. But let's break it down. The flag had a horizontal rod to keep it unfurled, and its waving was just it settling after being planted. The bright lunar surface and the astronauts' white suits were so overexposed that faint stars would odd show up on taping a picture of the night sky next to a bright streetlight, and you'll see the same effect. As for the shadows, the uneven lunar landscape, with its hills and craters, created those seemingly parallel shadows. Plus, hundreds of thousands of people worked on the Apollo program. And it's pretty hard to believe a secret that big could be kept for over 50 years. Not to mention, we have moon rocks, hundreds of pounds of them, that have been studied by scientists worldwide and are unlike anything on Earth. Next, let's talk about aliens. A classic conspiracy is that NASA knows about extraterrestrial life, but it's covering it up. The evidence? Usually blurry photos of UFOs from space missions, or strange shapes spotted on Mars by rovers. For example, there was the infamous Face on Mars photo taken by the Viking 1 orbiter in 1976. For years, people believed it was a giant, carved monument left by an ancient Martian civilization. But when NASA took high-resolution images years later with the Mars Global Surveyor, it was clear. It was just a mesa, a natural rock formation. And the face was a trick of light and shadow. See, the human brain is actually wired to see faces in random patterns. It's called pareidolia. It's the same reason we see shapes in clouds. While it's exciting to think we're not alone, so far, every alien sighting has had a much more down-to-earth explanation. Like space debris, camera glitches, or just good old-fashioned geology. Another popular theory is about a secret space program. This one claims that beyond the public-facing NASA, there's a clandestine, militarized space fleet with technology far beyond what we know. They're supposedly zipping around the solar system, fighting aliens, and colonizing planets. This theory often gets mixed up with science fiction, pulling ideas from movies and books. While governments certainly have classified military projects, the idea of a massive, hidden space fleet operating for decades without anyone noticing is a bit of a stretch. Running such a program would require an astronomical budget and a global launch infrastructure that would be impossible to hide. Think about it. We can track amateur satellites from our backyards, so a secret space navy would be pretty hard to miss. So, why do these theories stick around? It's human nature to question authority and to look for simpler explanations for complex events. The universe is vast and mysterious, and sometimes a grand conspiracy feels more comforting than the quiet, complicated truth of scientific exploration. NASA's work is based on verifiable data and peer-reviewed science. They share their findings openly, with images, data, and research available to the public online. So next time you hear a wild theory, do a little digging. The real story of space exploration, with all its challenges and triumphs, is often more amazing than any fiction. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of conspiracies, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe Raw Stories on YouTube, and follow us on Facebook. See you next time.